Alright, so here's the recipe for the keto egg loaf that I'm going to be doing on the egg fast over the next few days. So it's a pretty simple recipe, just a few ingredients. It is 8 room temperature eggs, 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I've let this set out on the counter pretty much most of the day today. 8 tablespoons of softened butter. I've used unsalted or salted real butter. And then it calls for a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I put in some cinnamon and then some allspice and a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. So we'll put all this in the blender. Try not to make a mess. And then the cream cheese. And the butter. And then last, all the spices. Be back in a second to mix this up. Alright, so the mixture is out of the blender now. And put it in just a loaf pan lined with parchment paper. And this batter's real thin. It's the first time I've ever made this, y'all, so I'm a little skeptical about it. But we're going to let it cook in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. And we'll see how it comes out in a little bit. So this is the egg loaf when it first comes out of the oven. You can see it's got a ton of height to it. They say that it'll deflate the longer it sets and cools off. So we'll see. I mean, it's really light. You'd think it was dense, but it's not. So we'll let it cool off a little bit and we'll see what happens. So here it is. The finished product. It's cooled off. I mean, it looks kind of like bread. It's a little more flat in the middle than I would have wanted it to be, but it's got a kind of a good crust on it. And then I've already snuck and ate a piece of it, but y'all, this is pretty close to bread. They say that it's supposed to be like French toast, but yeah, it's almost like the consistency of bread. It's a little bit wetter than bread would be, but look at that. I mean, you can see the cinnamon in there, and I bet it would be good with, I've seen people online take it and fry it up with butter and then put something on top of it, like syrup or something. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's crumbles like bread. But I got this, where's it go? I got this Chalk Zero, less than 1 gram caramel syrup that I got in my keto subscription box this month. So I'm going to have this for breakfast starting my egg fast tomorrow. 3 days, maybe 5, depending on how well I do on it. But I've hit a weight loss plateau over the last couple weeks, so I'm going to try this and see if it can kickstart me back into losing weight again.